If you're looking at getting a mattress online, you've probably come across Nectar and Purple, and you're probably wondering which one should you get. That's where I come in. I'm going to tell you what's similar about the mattresses, what's different, and I'm going to tell you which type of person should get one over the other, so stay tuned. Let's talk about what's similar between these two mattresses. Not a lot, quite frankly. It has a pretty similar base layer. They're both wildly popular mattresses, and they aim to have both good pressure relief and support at the same time, but that's about it. Let's talk about the differences now between these two mattresses. So materials differences. Purple has its own proprietary hyperelastic polymer. It's a gel material on the top of the mattress, versus memory foam layers in the Nectar. So that means also there's gonna be feel differences as well. You really have that classic memory foam feel from the Nectar, and this very unique gel, pretty springy material from the Purple that's both firm and pressure relieving at the same time. And lastly, there's firmness differences as well. So I think the Nectar is softer than the Purple, and I think most would agree as well. So those are the differences. Let's talk about the construction of both these mattresses and what the differences are. Starting with the covers. Pretty similar covers. The one main difference is that Nectar actually has gel memory foam quilted into it, which will add softness and pressure relief to that mattress. But the differences in construction are pretty big, so you have a pretty similar base layer in both cases. But with the Purple, you have this hyperelastic polymer. It's firm, yet pressure relieving at the same time. It's springy. It also has a lot of room for air to flow through, so it's a pretty temperature neutral mattress. It's not that you're gonna sleep cool necessarily, but you won't sleep hot. You'll sleep more just temperature neutral. There's also a transition layer in there as well to help you kind of ride from the top down to the bottom, the firm support layer. But moving to the Nectar, you have gel memory foam quilted into the top, into the cover, then you have another gel memory foam layer, then a transition layer, then a base layer. So what does this all mean? The feel is gonna be very different. You're gonna really sink into the Nectar. It's gonna be a little bit softer. You're gonna get that classic quicksand, slow moving memory foam feel, which is very different from what you get from the Purple. Again, it's firm, yet pressure relieving at the same time. It's going to be very immediately responsive, so you're going to be able to move around much easier. You won't get the feeling of getting stuck. You're not going to really sink into the mattress either. So I think as far as like temperature neutrality or sleeping cool, I'll probably give the advantage to Purple. You're going to sink into the Nectar more. Pressure relief should be good for both. Now let's talk about differences in firmness and feel. As far as firmness is concerned, I put the Purple at about a 7 out of 10, with 10 being the firmest, and the Nectar being a 6 out of 10. So I think most will agree that the Purple is firmer. Martin has a little bit different of opinion as far as the total score out of 10 for each one, but he does think that the Purple is firmer than the Nectar. And the feel is quite different as well. So you get that really slow moving, quicksandy memory foam feel from the Nectar, where you're really gonna sink into the mattress. It'll kind of envelop you. Once you lie down, the memory foam takes a while to get to work to kind of melt that pressure away. Compare that to the Purple, where it's firm yet pressure relieving at the same time, just the way that gel works. So it'll be immediately responsive. It'll have some good bounce to it as well, whereas the Nectar won't have any bounce whatsoever. So the Purple feels a little bit hard to describe. It's definitely immediately responsive. It is pressure relieving and firm at the same time. For example, if you're on your back, your butt will be allowed to sink in, but the rest of the gel will stay flat. So it'll collapse underneath your butt, but it'll stay supportive. So it's a very good supportive mattress when you're on your back, for example. So there are some feel differences, and the firmness differences are pretty big as well, I think. So we've been talking about the construction differences and my subjective opinion about firmness and feel, but now I want to give you a very objective test that shows you how well both mattresses relieve pressure. So what I do is I get on a pressure map. I lie down on my back, side, and stomach, and you'll see anywhere from blue to no pressure all the way up to red to high pressure. So what really matters is on the side. So in this particular case, I would give the advantage to Nectar. There's a little bit of red underneath my shoulders under the Purple. I think that the memory foam and just the fact that Nectar is a little bit softer makes sense to me why it would perform just a little bit better as far as pressure relief is concerned. So in summary, if you sleep on your side, the pressure relief might be just a tad bit better with the Nectar.
Hey guys, Martin here to offer a different perspective. Joe is 5'9", 160. I'm 6'7", 230. I had a different body type, and I kind of wanted to give you my experience with these two mattresses. So today we have the Nectar and the original Purple mattress. So for the Nectar in terms of firmness, I thought it was a 6 out of 10. For the purple here, I thought it was a 6.5 out of 10. So talking about sleeping positions, on the Nectar, starting on my back, I feel good support. I feel the foam kind of pressing into my lumbar area, giving me good support there. Moving on to my side, a little bit of pressure on my shoulders and my hips. That being said, good overall pressure relief. Moving on to my stomach, I'm definitely kind of bowing in at the hips. I'm feeling my spine get out of alignment. On the purple here, starting on my back, good overall support. Moving to my side, good pressure relief. I kind of collapsed that gel layer. It actually activates more for me than it did for Joe, so I feel really nice pressure relief on my shoulder and my hips. Then moving on to my stomach, I feel supported overall. I'm not bowing in the way I did on the Nectar. So what does that mean? If you are a heavier back sleeper, both should work for you. If you're a heavier side sleeper, I think you might get a little bit better pressure relief on the purple. Also, if you're a heavier stomach sleeper, you probably get better overall support on your stomach when you're on the purple.
If you sleep with a partner, there's two additional things you're going to want to consider when looking at a mattress. We call it motion transfer and edge support. So motion transfer is basically if your partner's sleeping on that side of the bed, kind of moving around, is that motion going to be isolated or is it going to transfer over to you and bother you at night? Edge support is, can you sit on the edge of the bed without feeling like you're going to fall off, or can you sleep towards the very edge of the bed without feeling like you're going to fall off? In this particular case, as far as motion transfer is concerned, I would give the advantage to Nectar. So it has memory foam on top, which is very good at this, and I just feel that it does a little bit better of a job than the purple does. But conversely, with edge support, I think that purple has the advantage there. So I don't really get that fall off the bed sensation with the purple, where you get that a little bit with the Nectar. So let's get down to it. Should you pick the purple over the Nectar, or should you pick the Nectar over the purple? As far as who should pick the Nectar, it comes down to it's a little bit softer. I think if you're a side sleeper, for example, I think it does a little bit better job of pressure relief. So I think side sleepers will find this to be a better match potentially. Then as far as the feel is concerned, if you want to sink into your mattress, you know what memory foam is, you like that slow, quicksandy kind of feel, that's really what you get with the Nectar, and you're going to want to get that if that's what you're looking for. As far as who should get the purple, I think it's better for back and stomach sleepers. It's just very supportive. It will allow your butt to collapse. The gel will collapse underneath your butt, but then hold you up on your back, and should be good for most people of most weights. Same with stomach sleeping. I think it's just a very good match there. If you're looking for something just a little bit firmer as well, it's the firmer of the two. And if you don't want to sink into your mattress like you would with the Nectar, you don't like memory foam, you just want an immediately responsive sleeping surface, the purple is probably going to be the way to go. So hopefully I've given you a good overview of the similarities and differences between these two mattresses. One thing I would say is that these mattresses are very popular for a very good reason. Hopefully the differences are pretty clear. I think if you want to sink into your mattress, you want something a little bit softer, you like maybe the memory foam feel in your side sleeper, the Nectar might be the way to go. If you want something a little bit more supportive, more responsive sleeping surface, that's firm yet pressure relieving at the same time, that's more what you get with the purple. But if you're still unclear, you can definitely just leave a comment below. And if you're just getting started with your research, I'd encourage you to check out mattressclarity.com. If you want to check out a list of our top picks, you can simply Google Mattress Clarity Best Mattress. And once again, let me know if you have any questions.